Again, go grab some food over the concessions. Tonight, let's just read a couple of those that are making Ridgeline awesome through their support. Adobe and Company Real Estate, Accent Painting, Livent, Allen Law Office, Alpine Orthopedic Specialists, Al Sporting Goods, Delta Bank, Arctic Circle, Aero Fence, Bear Welding, Baker's Cabinets, Garrison and Caldwell, Beezer Lock and Key, Blackstone, BT Crane, Cash Title Company, Cash Valley Bank, Canyon View Landscaping, and their Athletic Assist Fund that has been created. Central Milling, Chick-fil-A for feeding our athletes. City Center Wealth Advisors, Clear Cut Building Solutions, Cliff Martin Colson, Accounting, Cook and Solder, DD Auto and Salvage, Dennis and Debbie Perry, Discount Tire, Neil Evans Bank, Epic Break Rooms, Extra Pro, Fox Pest Control, Gateway, Physical Therapy, Grange Construction, Mark Ford Company, Heritage Land Development, JB Accounting, JBS Swift. And that's just half of the sponsors here at Ridgeline. Amazing. We'll read the other half later. gentlemen, in the spirit Ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of sportsmanship and a Ridgeline tradition, let's welcome the Green Canyon football team and fans to our field. Perfect weather tonight. We have the cheer squad here. We have the Ariettes. We have our amazing band. Thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Principal Barnett Bagley, Assistant Principal Deke Stallings and Brady Johnson, and Athletic Director Weston Zabriskie, we welcome you to Ridgeline High School. Tonight, we feature our Ridgeline Riverhawks led by Coach Travis Cox. Both teams are members of the Utah High School Activities Association and support the statewide sportsmanship program, Raise the Bar. Tonight, let's do rowdy right and be respectful. Before we begin, we would ask you to stand, remove your hats, and join us in honoring our great country in singing our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Ridgeline student senior Emily Anderson.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What a way to start a football game! Emily Anderson! Let's go! And now preparing to bring out our varsity football team. Here we go!
Good evening and welcome to Millville, a campus of Ridgeline High School, where tonight the Riverhawks of Ridgeline play host to the Wolves of Green Canyon. Number one Ridgeline looking to move to 9-0 and hang on to that number one ranking, while Green Canyon coming in looking to play the spoiler. Ridgeline 8-0, 5-0 in region. While Green Canyon comes in with a 5-3 mark on the season. Should be a good one here tonight. No one has been able to slow down Ridgeline. And Ridgeline, people are used to Ridgeline being a good passing team, but they have really been able to run the ball this year. I mean, they can run the pill. And we've seen that a couple of times here already this season. Green Canyon's known for defense, and we'll see what their defense can dial up tonight against this nasty Ridgeline offense. There's D1 recruits on both sides of this field. And the captain's heading out to the field to flip the coin. Travis Cox is the coach of Ridgeline High School. It's his 6th year. He's 60-11. Yep, 60-11. His team right now, number 1 in 4A, number 5 through all classifications in the state of Utah, the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense in 4A. JT Tauiliili, the coach at Green Canyon, is in his 3rd year. Pretty good record himself, 23-10. Their offense is 12th in 4A, about middle of the pack. Their defense number 3, giving up just under 13 points per ball game. The offense scores about 26 per game, while that Ridgeline offense clocks in at just under 50 points per game, giving up a touchdown per game. I had a chance to talk with Coach Cox before tonight's game earlier this week, and I talked to him about the running game and how impressive that's been, and he says, well, you know, yes, we've been able to run the ball, but we've got to be able to do both. The run's been there the last couple of weeks, and one thing that we want to do, said Coach Cox, is establish the line of scrimmage. He did say one thing they'd like to see is a few more turnovers on defense. They really don't have many turnovers, and you'd think a team like Ridgeline that's always so far ahead would have more turnovers as they pick off passes, as other teams are just having to throw the ball to get back into it. And they've only got a couple of interceptions on the season. But he's been happy with how stout they've been up front. And I asked him this, I said to him, this is what happened last year. You were just so good blowing through everybody, and then you got upset in the semifinals. And he said, we do not have to remind these kids of what happened last year. They remember it, and they remember it well. And he said they've done a few things differently. They go ones versus ones in part of their practice period with the thought that iron sharpens iron. And Ridgeline has looked awfully sharp this year. Green Canyon on the other end, like we mentioned, people think of them, they think of defense. And they've had a couple of Wheatleys playing for them the last couple of years. Younger Wheatley, Eli, needs 3.5 sacks for number 1 all time at Green Canyon. He's 2 away from 2nd place, held by his brother Will. Set to get underway here at Millville, Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline and Green Canyon getting ready to kick off. Number 1 Ridgeline against 5-3 Green Canyon. It's Ridgeline getting ready to receive the kickoff. Green Canyon will try to keep that high-flying offense of Ridgeline's out of the end zone, as they average nearly 7 touchdowns a game at just over 48 points per ball game. So we're going to see Nate Daly in the Ridgeline offense first. Daly, 113 of 162, 70%, 1,864 yards, 16.5 yards per completion, 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 7 rushing touchdowns, and averaging 7 yards per carry when he does run it. He runs it about 4 times per game. Number 4 in rushing touchdowns, number 2 in passing touchdowns, number 4 in passing yardage is Daly. And Fia behind him is the leading rusher on this team, 9.5 yards per carry. Last time we saw Ridgeline, they were destroying the Skyview front, which Coach Cox told me he thought they were the best front that they had seen this year. And they rushed for nearly 300 yards in that game. Fia picks up 7 on first down.
With the handoff up the middle. Bowman with the tackle for Green Canyon.
Fia gets the bulk of the carries. You'll see A few others now and again. Daly, like we say, will get a carry here and there. They've tried to do that earlier in the season, a few more designed runs for him in certain situations. He's not really a scrambler, but he will if he has to. Graham Livingston, the BYU commit, 806 yards, 10 touchdowns, is his number one target, number 11. They're going to hand it to Fiafia again. He's hit hard right as he gets to the line to gain. And they're going to move the sticks. So Fiafia, 2 carries, picks up 10. And Ridgeline gets another possession. That offensive line has a Utah State commit, and Easton Hammond, big number 55. They've got a couple other guys that are getting some attention. And they've got 3 very good tight ends. Everybody knows about Crew Jones. We'll talk about the other 2 in them after this play as Livingston goes in motion. Fake the give, quick over the middle. What did we say about tight ends? Knighton, 11 yards, 12 where they spot it. Knighton's one of those tight ends, Lishman the other tight end. And they can use those guys as blockers. They can use them as receivers. It just adds an extra dimension to that running game as well because they're all good size, tough kids. I just don't see many holes in this Riverhawks team, and that's what other teams see going against this 3-man front of Green Canyon. Huge test for the Wolves as both tight ends come to this near side. Now Knighton goes back to the far side. They showed a run to this side, instead whip it outside to the far side to Livingston. Livingston picks up about 6.
Gain of about 5.
48 catches, 806 yards, 17 yards per catch, 10 touchdowns we mentioned, and a couple of touchdowns rushing the ball. He leads the team in interceptions as well with 2. His team with only 3 interceptions defensively. They don't give up any points. They don't come up with many turnovers. They did score 2 defensive touchdowns last week in a wet game against Stansbury. Daly on the money to Livingston. He's pushed out of bounds at the Green Canyon 35, a 17-yard gain.
Out of bounds off the throw from a rollout from Nate Daly. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10, Ridgeline.
Well, Daly 3 for 3 out of the gates. 3 pass plays and 2 runs. He's got Fiafia next to him on his right side. Let's see what they dial up here on 1st and 10 in Green Canyon territory. Cook goes in motion. They're going to swing it out to Fiafia in space. Fiafia right between 2 would-be tacklers and down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards and another 1st down.
Schramm drives him out of bounds. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10, Riverhawks.
And Ridgeline methodically moving it downfield. At the Green Canyon 20-yard line. Livingston's outside on the near side. Jones inside of him. Knighton next to him. And Cook on the far side. 4 receivers flooding this near side. Down inside, sitting down in the hole in that defense is Livingston. He's down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal after a 15-yard gain.
Tossed by Nate Daly. Tackle by number 0.
Pabst in on the tackle for Green Canyon. Now Green Canyon swapping sides with their ends. They've got 4 up now as both tight ends go in motion. To the right side, they overload that right side. They're going to look to the back of the end zone. Livingston climbs the ladder, takes it off the helmet of the defender. Touchdown, Ridgeline. Perfect throw, great catch. Touchdown, 6-0, Green Canyon. Finds themselves behind early. Livingston 4 catches for 43 yards and a TD in the opening drive. Ridgeline goes for 2 a lot. They have not kicked a field goal this year. And with all the scoring they've done, they've only kicked 17 PATs. So they line up for 2, and a lot of times they just power it in from here, giving it to Jones. They fake it this time. He's got a man in the front. He's got a man in the back. He ends up going underneath to Richards. And the 2-point attempt is good. And with 8:14 to play in the first quarter, it's Ridgeline 8, Green Canyon nothing on the game of the week. KSM Music is a Game of the Week sponsor. They're proud to support Cache Valley High School sports, just like they've been supporting local musicians for generations. Thanks to KSM Music for backing our teams and our community for as long as they have. KSM Music, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, this Ridgeline offense is a unit. And they show it on their first possession tonight. And so many teams have been behind the sticks and behind the scoreboard against this Ridgeline team. It puts so much pressure on opposing offenses to try to keep up with this Ridgeline offense. And then they go out there against a very good Ridgeline defense. Green Canyon's led. They've gone back and forth with quarterbacks this season, but Ethan Monk has played the bulk of the snaps. 63-108, 58%, 842 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 picks, and he's there with 2 backs in the backfield. Fake the give, throw it inside. Nice gain on first down as they finally haul down the receiver Edelmeyer after a gain of 20. He just ran a little quick slant. That's so hard to defend if that receiver gets inside you on that inside leverage. A couple of good receivers. Paps is a good receiver. Schramm, a very good receiver, and that was Edelmeyer who brought that one in. They're going to roll Monk. Monk dumps it underneath, bobbled. And was it caught, or did he step out of bounds? They're setting it back at the 40-yard line. It's incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Wolfpack.
Monk's number 10 in passing touchdowns in 4A with 9. And the top kicker in 4A plays for Green Canyon points-wise. Here's the give, a gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Tackle by Crew, Jones, and others for Ridgeline.
That was Jenkins.
Miller auto body, more concrete.
Jenkins is the leading rusher on the team. 5 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns, just over 400 yards. Again, 2 backs in the backfield with Monk. See if they leak out or if they're going to stay and protect. They're going to stay and protect. Monk, plenty of time. He's looking for Schramm right at the sticks, but he throws it too far out in front of him, and it's 4th down.
Finishing off these wonderful sponsors.
So Green Canyon 20 yards on their first play, and then only 3 yards on the next 3 plays, and they have to punt with 6:53 to play in the first quarter and trailing 8-0. Cook is back for the Riverhawks, standing around his 20-yard line. Holt gets the kickoff to the 20. Fair catch called for. No flag even after the contact. And Ridgeline will take over. They're going to spot it closer to the 21-yard line.
Shriver, Shepherd Construction,
Talked about Holt for Green Canyon being the top kicker points-wise in 4A. 47 points, 8 field goals, 23 PATs, 47 points. Ridgeline doesn't even use a kicker. Gonna send Knighton in motion. Turn around, hand it to Fiafia. Fiafia bounces off the right side. And we saw that against Skyview a couple weeks ago. They really attacked the defensive left.
On the tackle among others, Noah Fiafia, ball carrier. Gain of about
7 yards for Fiafia.
That'll bring up second down.
They're running up in there behind Big East and Hammond. Out to Livingston. Livingston with one man to beat. Side steps one. And then steps out of bounds, loses the ball out of bounds, and then just kind of gives up, but he picks up 5 yards and a first down. He knew he had stepped out of bounds and just kind of quit before the whistle. But it's good enough for a first down.
On the stop, reception, Graham Livingston. That'll move the chains. First down and 10 for Ridgeline.
That 3-3-5 look for Green Canyon. Daly double clutches, swings it out to Fiafia. Fiafia grabbed after a gain of about 9. Cooper Johnny getting a lot of work. Number 22.
Tripped up by Johnny for the Wolfpack. Noah Fiafia.
2 catches, 23 yards for number 30. 5.5 to play in this first quarter as Livingston comes to this near side. 3 receivers far side, and it's 8-0 Ridgeline. Knighton leaks out underneath. He's got a lot of room as Daly hits him. The defense rallies and limits Knighton to about 7 yards, but it's good for a first down.
Cragen on the tackle for the Wolfpack.
They've shown this quite a bit here in these first 2 possessions with those 2 tight ends going in motion the same side, and they're going to run up behind him. It's Fiafia is into the linebackers before he's even touched. He picks up 9.
Up the middle with the ball behind that offensive line. Tripped up.
He averages 9.5 per carry if you missed that little tidbit earlier. And that's about what he picked up there. Ridgeline on the move again. Green Canyon looking for a stop. Not going to get it when you're letting Knighton run free up the seam. Look over his shoulder, haul it in, and score from 42 out. Three catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown for Knighton. Daly's perfect on the night. 10 for 10, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was perfect on his 2-point PAT on the last try. And they'll try for 2 again with 4:14 to play in the quarter. Fiafia in the backfield with him as they don't show that jumbo look, but they've got tight splits. Daly's going to run it right up the middle into the end zone. So the try is good. And the Riverhawks open up a 16-0 lead with 4:14 to play in the first quarter at Ridgeline on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Well, the weather's going to start turning here real soon. I know some people are still doing some yard projects. If you have fencing needs, Custom Fence has been building strong, reliable fences in Cache Valley for years. From privacy to security, it doesn't matter. Custom Fence has you covered. Custom Fence, a Game of the Week sponsor. Oh, they run the onside kick. It's caught on the run, but there's a flag on the far side. Ridgeline trying to put this game away early. And Ridgeline was offsides. So they'll bring it back. Braxton Perry, the kicker.
Offsides, keeping team. They'll re-kick.
That would have been something else because that was a perfect kick. Took a hop into the air. The end man on the Ridgeline line caught it with a full head of steam heading for the end zone. And Perry's just going to kick it away now. Picked up at the 15. Returned out across the 30 near the 35-yard line. That's where Green Canyon will take over now, trailing by 2 scores, 16-0. With just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. No other games going on tonight in Region 11. It's fall break. That's why we've got Wednesday night football. Fall break for Cache County schools or Cache Valley schools. Deseret Peaks at Bear River tomorrow night. Stansbury at Skyview. Tooele at Mountain Crest. Grantsville at Logan. All tomorrow night. Wolfpack have come out throwing the ball. Here's a little pitch and catch for about 3 yards to Peremski. Peremski is put on the ground in a hurry. Clark with the tackle. Knighton and Perkins lead the team in tackles. Livingston lead Ridgeline in interceptions, and Richards actually leads the team in sacks with 8. 27 sacks as a team for Ridgeline. Looking for 28, but Monk gets away. Monk across midfield, out of bounds at the 48. Gain of 14 on the scramble for Monk. And Green Canyon's on the Ridgeline side of the field. Trying to get something going as they trail 16-0 with 3:26 to play in the first quarter. Richards on the near side, Jones on the far side, and they're coming. Quick out to Edelmayer, who caught that pass to open the game. 4 yards. 2 for 24 for Edelmayer. 3 for 5 for Monk for 27 yards.
Jeff Woodland on the stop for Ridgeline.
Stacked receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side, and again 2 backs in the backfield. Going to turn and hand it to Selman. Selman picks up a couple. They get Selman and Jenkins, one on either side of Monk, and then they both kind of almost run together. Monk hands it off, and I don't know if somebody was out of their spot, or if I'll have to watch and see if that's how next time they run, if it's something they're trying to do to make the defense just pause, wondering who has the football. And they're not going to do it now. It's 3rd and 4. Monk is going to bail out. He's got running room instead. He fires it downfield. Caught by Peremski. Let's see. That was Edelmayer. And the officials are talking about it. Was somebody ran out of bounds and came back in. And also was Monk across the line of scrimmage. I don't see a flag, but there was a hat down on that far sideline. It's usually what the official will do when a player goes out of bounds and comes back in. You can't be the first one to touch it if that's the case, and that looks like that's what's going to happen. Let's see.
Penalty marker.
Oh, unsportsmanlike. That's 15. My goodness. First penalty of the night, a 15-yarder. After the play.
Unsportsmanship conduct. Unsportsmanlike.
And so they're going to have to punt. Monk could have run for a first down. He pulled it down and threw it, and he looked like he had his guy, but he was on the far sideline. You can't tell from where we're sitting whether he was in or not. He was right on the sideline. So Holtz in to kick. Last time they got close. This time they got close as well. He gets a good roll. It's going to be inside the 15, down to the 10. And it's going to die just inside the 10-yard line. That's where Ridgeline will take over with 2:25 to play in this first quarter, leading 16-0.
Heading north.
You can't ask for a much nicer night for football. And looking at the weather forecast, I'm glad we have a Wednesday night game this week. If not, we'd be getting all wet. Because Friday looks sketchy and Saturday looks like a washout. Fia in the backfield as they send Livingston in motion. Dowley looking to throw, pops it out to Jones, the tight end. He looked like he was going to try to hurdle the defender, and then the defender backed up a step, so Jones had to come down. 17 yards and a first down for Ridgeline.
That'll move the chains. First and 10.
And Jones' first catch of the night. A perfect 11 for 11 for Dowley. 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. There's 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Lishman's split wide to this side. Livingston goes in motion. Go far side, Fia out of the backfield, and a flag comes in from the back judge, way back.
No Fia on the reception. Penalty marker on the field.
Penalties at the Ridgeline 44-yard line. Fia knocked down at about the 33. Let's see what the penalty is. Ridgeline backing up. Wonder if somebody's downfield illegally. Offensive pass interference. So both offenses have now been penalized.
Pass interference on the offense.
And they back Ridgeline up 15. Livingston, Lishman, Jones to the near side. Cook alone to the far side. In fact, there's 4 receivers to this near side, but we've seen them go away from that strong side. This time they're looking for that out and up to Jones. Jones going to climb the ladder, but he's out of bounds. When Dowley gave the first look at it, the defensive back, Paps, was playing back, and so he didn't want to hang it out there, and he waited, and then he threw it toward the sideline where it's either going to be out of bounds or only his guy could get to it. And there's the first incompletion of the night for Dowley, as he has started red hot. He can be a little streaky. Dowley can get on streaks like that, and then he'll miss 4 out of 5 or something. But He's been playing since he was a freshman, and watching his development has been impressive. He's a solid quarterback. And he's got a lot of toys with this offense. He's driving a Ferrari.
Brady Cook on the reception.
Gain of 7
Down by a handful
for Cook.
of Wolves. Wheatley among the group. And Marshall.
Wheatley in on the tackle. He gets a lot of tackles for Green Canyon. He's number 5 in 4A in tackles. Rainey's number 8 for Green Canyon. Wheatley's number 3 in sacks, and we mentioned at the outset he needs 2.5 more sacks. Make sure I get that number right. 3.5 more sacks to become the all-time sack leader at Green Canyon, past his brother. Daly uncorks, cross the middle, knocked down. By the long arm of Drake Briggs. 6'4". Cook had a step on that deep post. Briggs was the other safety back there. He cut underneath and reached up and knocked it down. And it's 4th down. So the offensive PI slowed down the Ridgeline offense. And it's 4th and 17. West's kick is rolling down to the 43. And Green Canyon, Ethan Monk in the game will head out onto the field. Schramm, the top receiver for Green Canyon. We've yet to hear from him tonight. 35 catches, 515 yards, a couple of touchdowns. He was double-digit touchdowns last year. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. 16-0 Ridgeline. Green Canyon's made a couple of plays, but they haven't been able to sustain a drive. Turn and give, and after a gain of 2, Jenkins is rode down.
Landon Perkins. Among the first.
And there's a flag in the pile, where the pile up was.
Also there.
Let's see what the call is. Personal foul, face mask on Ridgeline.
Penalty marker.
So Ridgeline will pick up their second penalty of the evening.
Face mask.
And that will give Green Canyon a first down in Ridgeline territory down at the 40.
First down, Green Canyon.
So 2-yard run, add 15. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Monk, trouble from the backside, gets rid of it. He's got his man out at about the 41, 42-yard line. It's Schramm. It was a long throw because Monk had to retreat, but it was only good for a couple of yards. Second and 8. Schramm steps out of bounds and stops the clock with 9 ticks on the first quarter clock. Monk with the give to Jenkins. He's picked up off of his feet by Jones and then driven down after a short gain, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 16-0 Ridgeline. It'll be 3rd and long for Green Canyon when we come back on the Game of the Week. Hey, if you think you're going to be hungry by halftime, you should swing by Wendy's of Logan, home for the 4 for $4 and late night deals. Wendy's fast, fresh, and just minutes away. You can get on your app, make the order on your app, pay on the app, head up to the window, give them your info, and they hand you a bag, and you're heading home in time to watch the second half of the game of the week. Wendy's of Logan, a game of the week sponsor. It's hard to believe the season is winding down. Next week is the last week of the regular season. Yeah, it's been 10 weeks. Ridgeline will host Bear River next week, and Green Canyon will host Mountain Crest, and that's the game we will be doing. We'll be out at Green Canyon for the first time this season. This is the second time we've done a Green Canyon game this season. That'll be the third. And then the playoffs start. First round bye for a couple of teams, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Talk about what all the playoff implications are. Monk reverses out, gets it to Schramm, and Schramm, he says, it out of bounds, and he can't believe it. He was right at the sticks. That was 3rd and 8. Now it's going to be 4th down. That was interesting design there. Monk came out from under center. One step one way, reverse the other way to get everybody moving that way, and hit Schramm on the sideline, but foot out of bounds when he caught it. That's 4th down now. Let's see, Green Canyon going to go for it. Their offense is out on the field. Monk has Selman behind him. Now he moves Selman up next to him. 5 coming after Monk. He unloads, going deep, he's got a man. Safety comes over and knocks it away from Edelmeyer. Edelmeyer had a step, and the safety came over and knocked away what would have been a sure touchdown pass on 4th and 8. So instead of 6, Green Canyon now has to send the defense out onto the field. Heads up play by the safety to get on his horse and get over there and knock that one down. Dally and the offense back out on the field with a 16-0 lead. We just started the second quarter here at Ridgeline in Millville. Ridgeline, their 4th possession. They scored on their first 2, had a big penalty on their last one that backed them way up and killed the drive before it could even start. Fia picks up 5. He's got 31 yards on 5 carries. And you say, well, that's 7 yards a carry. Yeah, this kid averages 9.5 a carry. And now it's a 5 wide receiver look. 14 passes, 5 runs tonight for Ridgeline as they're putting the ball in the air. Dally uncorking, looking for Livingston, who's got to step inside. Touchdown, Ridgeline. 57 yards.
With the flag out, Ridgeline's fan flag. The band playing and the cheerleaders dancing. It's a party tonight.
With that touchdown, Livingston goes over 100 yards receiving with 11:17 to play in the first half. 6 for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Dally is 13 of 15 for 213 and 3 touchdowns. And the 2-point attempt is no good as Jones is swarmed under and taken down for a 2-yard loss. 11:17 to play in the half, 22-0 Ridgeline. We've had a lot of action tonight in the early going on the game of the week. Don't miss a moment of the action, at least hearing that action. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology will give you screenings of your hearing. If you're worried about that, go to Dr. Paul Danes. Call over to Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology to schedule yours. Well, not now, they're closed, but give them a call tomorrow if you're worried or slightly worried, whether it's you or a loved one. Dr. Paul Danes and Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. They'll take good care of them for you. Kicking it away down to the 5-yard line. As Perry, the runner, stumbles over the turf monster and goes down at the 20. Turf monster's a sneaky bugger, Matthew Allen. It's 22-0. 4 drives, 3 scores for Ridgeline, and you might go, man, Green Canyon's defense is not very good. You'd be wrong. Green Canyon has a good defense. They're the number 3 defense in 4A. And Ridgeline is cutting through them like butter because that's what they've done to everybody. They haven't scored less than 40 points in 4 games. They went 70, 70, 60, and 40. Here's the give right up the middle, and best run of the night for Jenkins as he picks up 9.
Jenkins on the carry for the Wolfpack. Gets tripped up.
Stay in that 2-back pistol set with Selman and Jenkins. 3 receivers, hand it off to Jenkins. 9 on first down, none on second. As Crew Jones comes up, gives him a big old kiss. Not the kind that Jenkins wanted. 3rd and 1.
Jenkins on the carry for Green Canyon.
Luke Baker, number 55, left tackle for Green Canyon. He's a Utah State guy. Monk tries to bail out of there, and it looked like he had an opening, and somebody got a hold of him just as he came out of the pile, and that gave the linebacker time to close, and that's a loss. It was 2nd and 1. And Green Canyon ends up with 4th and 3.
On the tackle for Ridgeline.
Ridgeline's come awfully close to blocking a couple of punts. This time they do not. Fair catch called for inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line. And the Ridgeline offense takes the field once again, leading 22-0 with 9:09 to play in the half. 213 yards passing for Daly. He's only missed twice. He's 13 of 15. 3 touchdowns, 2 to Livingston, who has 105 yards receiving. Knighton has 61 yards receiving and a touchdown. Now, as a Utah State fan, I hate that Livingston is going to BYU, but we wish him the best of luck. You hate to see the Valley kids get away, but he's going to be a baller wherever he goes. A couple yards there, and a little swing out to Fiafia.
Gain of a couple.
Fiafia's been involved a lot with the passing game. In the 14 completions, he has 3 of them, 25 yards. Livingston with 6, 3 for Knighton, and 1 for Jones and Cook. 8.5 to play in this first half as Cook and Livingston both to this near side. And Fiafia in the backfield, and Daly with 5 seconds on the play clock. They swap the tight ends, and they're going to call timeout. Speaking of Ridgeline. 22-0, Ridgeline with 8:22 left in the half. Looking for more. It's 2nd down and 8 when we come back on the Game of the Week.
Timeout, Ridgeline. Again, go grab your blanket. Over there.
Hey, people think of fall as harvesting season, but it can also be planting season for plenty of things. Anderson Seed and Garden has everything you need, from bulbs to lawn care supplies, plus expert advice to help your garden thrive. That's Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. Plenty of things you can plant in the fall. Garlic, get that garlic in. This is a good time for it now. Put it in, get a couple of Get some leaves or something on top of it. Next spring, you won't have any vampires hanging around your backyard. Second and 8 for the Riverhawks. Green Canyon trying to find something to slow down this Riverhawks offense. Give to Fia. Puts his head down, runs into the pile, picks up 6. 3rd and 2. There's only been one other time that Ridgeline's been in 3rd down, and they were unable to convert. And that one was 3rd and 17. This one's 3rd and 2. Play clock down to 5. They run in tight, do the defenders for Green Canyon. They pitch it out to Livingston. He picks up 6 and a first down.
Graham Livingston on the reception for Ridgeline. 1st and 10, chains move south.
This is the 17th pass of this first half, 6 runs. So Coach Cox saying, hey, you take what the defense will give you. And they feel like their Green Canyon's going to be giving them the pass tonight, and that's what they're doing. Across the middle, and Knighton slips out of a tackle. Picks up 15.
The chains. Connor Knighton. Pass by Nate Daly. 1st and 10, Ridgeline.
Knighton's approaching 100 yards here in this first half. 4 catches, 76 yards. Of course, one of those was a 42-yard touchdown grab. The second touchdown of the night. Turn and hand it to Fia working his way through into the secondary. Another first down for the Ridgeline offense as Fia picks up 13. 14 where they're standing. Fia with 51 yards on 7 carries. This Ridgeline offense this is the Thanos offense. It's inevitable. But you know, this is how they looked last year, and then they came up short in that semifinal game. Coach Cox told me yesterday, he said, we haven't forgotten that. That's not going to happen this year. They will not get complacent this year. Daly running from some trouble. Now picks up a block. Heads back the other way. Ends up picking up 5 instead of losing 7 or 8.
Second down. And 5.
The ball at the Green Canyon 15-yard line with a second and a long 5. Just over 6 minutes to play in this first half. Cook and Lishman to this near side. We hear so much about Knighton and Jones, but Coach Cox was quick to point out to me how good Lishman has been this year and what a ball player he is. Looking at the end zone is Daly. Instead, he throws it underneath to Fia, and Fia finds the end zone. The official right on top of it never called it. The official back further along the goal line did. So it's a touchdown for Fia from 15 yards out. Four touchdowns now in the first half for Dally. The kick's up and good. 29-0. Ridgeline all over Green Canyon on the game of the week. Boy, the weather is starting to turn. I don't know about you, but when it starts to turn, get a little cold at night, especially when it has one of those rainy days, that's when my wife is like, it's time for soup. We got to make soup. And she starts making soup like crazy. You know what goes good with soup? Well, everything. But sandwiches. And you know where you can get a great sandwich? The Old Grist Mill. Freshly baked bread, cookies you can't resist. The Old Grist Mill's been serving up comfort food in Cache Valley for years. Those sandwiches are good for any time and any occasion. The Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. The ball addressed, the ball caught, and now in the process of being returned by Pabst. Pabst comes back the other way, looking for an opening. And works his way up to about the 31-yard line before he's finally brought down by a gaggle of Riverhawks. The Riverhawks, they fly in flocks or gaggles. It's a gaggle of geese, a murder of crows, a gang of Riverhawks. Green Canyon in a deep hole. Now for them, it's just try to get something going. Monk reverses out. Look out! The ball gets there before the defender, but the defender saw that coming and he broke on it. Hence the look out. Schramm caught it up at the 40-yard line, 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Schramm 2 for 11. Monk is 5 for 8 for 38 yards. 28 yards rushing for Green Canyon as a team. So we've got 66 total yards. Monk going up top, and he overthrows everybody. They took a shot on 2nd and 1, and now there's a Green Canyon player back at the 30-yard line. That may be Selman. Baker goes back to check him out.
Medical coverage of tonight's game is provided by Intermountain Sports Medicine, the official medical provider of Riverhawk Athletics.
We still haven't been able to see the number. They're taking a look. You know, when you're in a game like this and you're really getting trounced and everything hurts a little bit more. Suddenly that little ding that you usually try to play through, boy, that hurts a lot more. The only thing that makes it worse is when it's really cold and you're getting thumped. It got him on his feet. And that's Selman. He's walking gingerly, putting a little bit, but not a lot of weight on that right leg. Now he's putting a little more on it, but not much. Well, now Green Canyon will be missing a running back for at least a couple of plays, and we'll hope that he's okay, and we'll watch for a possible return. Pabst and Schramm look like the receivers to this near side. One to the far side, and again, 2 backs for Green Canyon. Turn and give it off to Jenkins. He needed a yard. He didn't get it. He got to the line of scrimmage, and somebody took his feet out. It looked like he was going to have it. Somebody took his feet out. Nothing for him. And it's 4th and 1, and Green Canyon's hollering for the punt team. The Wolves 0 for 5 on 3rd down in this first half. And we talked about the Wolves have one of the top defenses in 4A. They're number 3, giving up 12 points a game. Well, they're going up against the number 1 defense in the 4A. Ridgeline's defense giving up 7 points per game. They are number one by a long way. Good punt. Touched by Cook. He muffs it. And there's a flag out because the defender was standing too close to Cook. It's Edelmayer was standing too close to him, so he interfered with the catch.
We need the following students. Ty Richter.
You don't know. Maybe Edelmayer's thinking I get a penalty. Hey, maybe he'll drop it if I'm right here in his ear and I can get on it and they won't call a penalty. Because the way this Ridgeline offense has been going, 15 yards doesn't matter. All that does is add to the stats. It's only the fourth penalty of this first half, the second on Green Canyon. $10 yards and Ridgeline back on the field. If Ridgeline puts another touchdown up before the half and Green Canyon doesn't answer, it's going to be a second half running clock. Daly. He's got Fia underneath. Instead, he threads the needle to Livingston. 18 more for Livingston.
First down. Pass by Nate Daly. Reagan on the tackle for the Wolfpack.
Daly with another throw out to the flat. He was bobbled out there by the receiver. It was right in his hands. I think he might have been thinking about running before he secured it, and he ends up dropping it. Second down. Fia stays in the backfield. Three receivers to this side, one to the far side. Daly looks at the crosser. He's got his man.
Jed Jensen over the middle, reception, moves the chain south.
17 yards.
Pass by Nate Daly.
On the reception.
Reagan on coverage for the Wolfpack.
Daly's working his way to 300 yards in the first half. Daly back across and into traffic. And he was a little bit lucky on that one. Plenty of time, and it finally ran out.
Handed for Brady Cook. Incomplete pass brings up second down.
Cook was the closest to Riverhawk. Second and 10, Livingston goes in motion. Roll to Livingston side. Now go up top. Knighton into the end zone. Touchdown, 32 yards. And now Knighton's over 100 yards receiving. And Daly has touchdown pass number 5, 21 of 25, 319 yards, 5 touchdowns. Knighton, 5 for 108 and 2 touchdowns. Livingston, 8 for 129 and 2 touchdowns. Fia the other touchdown. And the kick is blocked. 3:07 to play in the half. Ridgeline, 35, Green Canyon, 0 on the game of the week. KSM Music's been serving Cache Valley musicians for years with the best in instruments, gear, and repairs and rentals. Whatever your sound, you'll find what you need at KSM Music in Logan. KSM Music, the Game of the Week sponsor. Well, just like every other game they've played this year, except for maybe one, the route is on in Millville. They call it Thrillville. And this football team certainly gives the hometown fans plenty of thrills. I think the one game that was competitive for Ridgeline was the very first game of the season that we actually carried that game. And they played Morgan, and Morgan, the top team in 4A, and that was a 34-14 ball game. Monk goes up top, throws the out route. His receiver broke in. If I remember right, that game against Morgan for Ridgeline, that was tied at the half. Well, Morgan was down by 6 at the half on that one. With everything else, I mean, 34-14 over Morgan, 39-3 over Park City, 41-0 over Brighton, 34-10 over Mountain Crest. Then they really started scoring, 71, 70, 60, 40. Monk leaves it out there for Schramm. Schramm, well, he had to wait forever. He finally made the catch, and it was 9 yards, and it's 3rd and 1. That throw to the wide side. Three catches, 20 yards for Schramm.
Schramm on the reception.
Green Canyon has had 3rd and 1, 3 straight series, and they haven't been able to get that 1 yard. They swing it out. Defender closing, and they lose yardage again on 3rd and 1.
Jenkins on the reception.
And Ridgeline's going to call timeout and get that ball back. Let's see what it is. It's Ridgeline calling timeout. Jenkins loses 6. Ridgeline about to get the ball back. Katie, bar the door. $35-0's our score here at Ridgeline. We are 2 minutes and 21 seconds away from halftime. Ridgeline scored on all but one possession. They've just had their way with the number 3 defense in 4A. And offensively, Green Canyon just can't get anything going against the Ridgeline defense. You put so much pressure on an offense, then you're down after the first possession of the game and always trying to keep up with an offense that's just loaded. That's about a 44-yard punt. And Ridgeline take over once again.
First down and 10 for Ridgeline.
So the whole running clock thing in high school football, if you get to the second half and one team is ahead by 35 points or more, it's a running clock. It stops at certain times, but on all other plays it keeps going. And Ridgeline's been in plenty of those games this year. And they're on track for another. Dally hits Cook.
Over the middle, Brady Cook.
20 yards and a first down.
Moves the chain south. First down, Ridgeline.
Six different receivers have caught a pass from Dally. Dally's 22 of 26 for 339 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. Dally unloads, throws it over the head of Cook. He was getting some late pressure, was starting to come up the middle.
Intended for Brady Cook.
And he goes to the sidelines talking to the coaches. Hey, this is what I saw. 'Cause the coach is waving his hands like, no, it's supposed to be this. And Dowley's talking back, well, this is what I saw. And he threw it out of bounds and lives to throw another day. Second and 10, throw it underneath, and his receiver Livingston drops the ball. Run outside, check your dogs and cats, and see if they're lying down with one another, because that's about how often Livingston drops a pass. He's only had 5 incompletions tonight, speaking of Dowley, in 27 attempts, and 2 of them should have been caught. 2 of them were drops. Dowley's going to step up. He's got a lot of running room against a man defense downfield. Dowley picking up 11 on 3rd down and 10.
Chains are moving south. Number 34, Selman on the tackle.
Dowley is over 2,000 yards for the season with his first half performance tonight. He had 1864 coming in. Now he's up to 29 touchdown passes. Reverses out, being chased. Now he's taken out of bounds, a yard shy of the sticks. That's a sack for the Green Canyon defense. Dowley loses a yard. One minute on the clock, 2nd and 10. Ridgeline leads 35-0. They are on the 41-yard line of Green Canyon, and they're looking for more. They've run 10 running plays. They've passed the ball 29 times. And Dowley just about saw pick number 5 on the season. It goes right through the hands of the defender, and he is not happy because he probably should have caught that. That was Bowman.
Oakland Zollinger, would you please go down to the
Now it's 3rd and long, 2 for 3 on 3rd downs in this first half. And keep your eye on 11. He's to this near side. Cook's in the slot inside of him. Lishman is your receiver on the far side. Knighton, tight end on the end of the line. Fiafia's in the backfield. Everybody out for the pass. Downfield to 11. Livingston slips out of a tackle. Still on the move and out of bounds near the 20-yard line. 20 yards on 3rd and 12.
First down, Chains moving south. Pushed out of bounds by Pabst. Passed by Nate Dowley.
.46 seconds to play in the half. 1 timeout left for Ridgeline. And they absolutely want to put points on the board. Dowley looking underneath. Knighton has to reach behind him. And Dowley turns around. He's not happy with himself. He knows he put that one behind the intended receiver. And Knighton had 2 steps on the defender. And that would have been a big play as well. You hear so much about Jones, but what all the attention that Jones gets, it opens up opportunities for Knighton and Lishman offensively, and for Richards, especially defensively, and for some of those other defensive linemen, because all the attention that is paid to Jones. And they've been having big years as well. Fake the run. Dowley in trouble. Has to get out. Off his back foot, and it hits his receiver right in the chest, and he drops it.
Pass incomplete.
That's Cook. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. unofficially, again, my stats are unofficial, but by my stats, that's the 30th pass attempt of the night. .22 completions on 30 attempts. And then there was a couple when he actually ran with the ball. It ended up counting as a rush, but they were pass attempts. Fia with 7 carries in this first half, 51 yards. Daly, in breaking man, catch it on the move, at the goal line. Livingston over the receiver, over the defender, doesn't touch the ground. Touchdown. Green Canyon is reeling. And Daly just putting up bonkers numbers. 23 of 31, 380 yards, 6 touchdowns. Livingston 10 for 170 and 3 of those touchdowns. 41-0 after the missed PAT. Nope, he got it. They put it on the board now. 42-0 with 23 seconds left in the half. And the route is on at Ridgeline.
You missed it. They Daly with the pass to Graham. Catching it, yards after, into the end zone, touchdown.
If you're thinking about upgrading your yard, if you're not sure if you want to do something right now, but maybe thinking of doing something next spring, give a holler to Custom Fence, get an estimate, and to get some great pricing on vinyl, wood, chain link, whatever your needs. Call today, lock in your spot. Custom Fence, the Game of the Week sponsor. 42-0, Ridgeline on top of Green Canyon. Ridgeline doing what they've done to everybody this season. That's just taking them apart. Kick taken back near the goal line, returned out to the 26. And here comes the Green Canyon offense. And now, what do you do as a coach? Try to keep your team's head up and, hey, let's run our stuff and try to get something going and just string a couple of plays together and see if we can't get a drive going. And Green Canyon just has not been able to do that offensively. $70 yards for Green Canyon in the first half. There's a pitch and catch out there, good for 13.
Monk on the pass. Schramm on the catch. First down, Wolfpack.
Schramm 4 catches, 33 yards. And the first down there for Monk. Eight of 13 for 55 yards. Monk on the move, heading for the sideline, steps out at the 45-yard line, gain of 6.
Perkins on the pursuit.
6 seconds to play in this first half. It's been all Ridgeline, 42-0 with 6 seconds to play in the first half. Green Canyon on their own 45-yard line, 2nd and 4. Too far to take a shot. So just get it downfield, maybe to the sideline and get what you can. They are going up top. And this one's nearly picked off.
Near interception.
Braxton Perry got the back end of the ball, and there's 0-0 up on the clock. So both teams will head to the locker room. Ridgeline 42, Green Canyon 0 at the half on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Back at Ridgeline High School, the Riverhawks leading Green Canyon 42-0 as we get ready to start the second half. I mean, it was just complete dominance by Ridgeline in that first half, which it has been all season by the Riverhawks. 66 yards on the ground for Ridgeline, paced by Fiafia's 7 for 51. But here's the eye popper, 380 yards passing in the first half by Nate Daly. 23 of 31, 380 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Livingston has 3 of those touchdowns, 10 for 170 in the 3 tutties. Knighton 5 for 108 and 2 touchdowns. Fiafia 4 for 40 and a touchdown. Lishman, Cook, Jones all caught passes as well. Just complete dominance, like I say, 6 points away from their season average for Ridgeline. Green Canyon ran only 23 plays in that first half. They just couldn't get anything sustained. 34 on the ground, 55 through the air, 89 total yards. 18 yards rushing for Monk, 55 yards passing for Monk on 8 of 13. Green Canyon gets the ball to start the second half. Fielded about the 17 and returned by, it looked like that was Jenkins, up to the 37. We are in running clock territory. 35 points or more in the second half, 35-point lead or more the second half, and the clock runs until that lead falls under, I believe, 21, if I remember right. So the clock's running right now. It'll be interesting to see personnel-wise what Ridgeline does. They've got all of their starters out there. See how long they keep them out there. Monk throws that one low for Edelmayer. Second down.
Incomplete pass.
Next week we'll see Green Canyon again as they host Mountain Crest. And again, if you're just tuning in, you see 42-0. Are you kidding me? Green Canyons must have real defensive problems. They do not. I mean, they do tonight, but it's the number 3 defense in 4A. Green Canyon has a very good defense. Ridgeline just has a ridiculous offense. 2 yards, it's third down. Oh for 6 in the first half for Green Canyon on third down. They had 3 straight possessions where they had it 2nd and 1 and ended up either turning it over on downs or not picking up the first down. And 2 of those 3, they ended up going backwards by the time third down came around. Monk against a 3-man rush. Turns out of there, has his receiver coming back for the ball. Edelmayer with the catch for about 6. It's fourth down. Three catches, 30 yards for Edelmayer. And of course, you keep the offense out there when you're down by 6 touchdowns in the second half, and it's 4th and 1. Pabst has been quiet tonight. He's the second receiver in on this near side, number 0. Schramm is their leading receiver, 4 for 33 for number 8. Timeout, Green Canyon. Well, that'll stop the clock with 9:28 to play in the third quarter. 42-0 Ridgeline on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Well, if you're feeling a bit peckish, might I suggest Wendy's. Wendy's at Logan Fresh never goes out of style. From their square burgers, the frosty treats, Wendy's serves up favorites the whole family can love. It's easier than ever to get it. You go on the app and order it. There's special deals and rewards there on the Wendy's app. You just go pull up to the window, pick it up, and you're on your way home with a tasty bag of goodness. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. We've had a lot of long-time sponsors on the Game of the Week. Wendy's might be about the longest. Used to sponsor an athlete of the week every week with us. Now Monk runs up under center. Flag down, maybe the defense offside. Monk ends up picking up about 3 yards and a first down. I think Ridgeline might have been offsides. Somebody leaning just a little too far into the neutral zone. But let's see. Nope, it's an illegal shift because they had the receiver coming into the backfield and then they had Monk running up under center. So instead of a first down, it's now 4th and 6. Third penalty of the night for Green Canyon. 3 for 30 for the Wolves. And that changes the calculus, and they bring the punter on. Cook retreats to his own 25-yard line. Cook gets away, great bounce. A 50-plus yard kick along with the bounce there. And Ridgeline starts inside their own 5-yard line. And it's still Dowley in the offense. West is now your running back, Fia on the sideline. I can see him standing there by the coaches. Two receivers right, one to the left. Turn and hand it to West. He gets wrestled down after a gain of about 3.
Crosby. West on the carry for Ridgeline.
They put the ball in the air in the first half. Now we'll see if they take the air out of the ball here in the second half. And a 6-touchdown lead.
Wheatley amongst others on the tackle. Again, Grace Fidel, we have your Venmo card.
Two by two with Jones and Livingston to the near side. West stays in the backfield. Now he's going to leak out. Dowley unloads, and he's wide of his target, Cook. And it's 3rd and 7.
Edelman on the coverage for the Wolfpack.
We've got two receivers to the far side, one Livingston. Couldn't tell if the other, I think Knighton's the tight end on this side. And Jones is the other receiver. It's not, it's Cook, and that's who gets the ball. He's brought down by a tackle up around the helmet. Another 3 yards. It'll be 4th and 4. And Ridgeline will bring the punting team out. It's West, who's the punter. He doesn't get a lot of action as the punter. He gets plays other ways, but not as the punter. Well, Green Canyon takes a timeout. They were running a guy off late. If Ridgeline would have snapped it, they would have got a free first down. But instead, Green Canyon hurries and takes a timeout with 7 minutes to play in the third. It's 42-0 Ridgeline, and they get ready to punt when we come back. The RPI standing is updated this last week. Ridgeline still number one, and they're number one by a long shot. Skyview's number 8. Green Canyon and Mountain Crest are 11 and 12. Logan is number 10 in the 3A. West drops the snap on the punt, picks it up, gets the kick off. It's about a 34-yarder, and Green Canyon will come back out on the field, trailing 42-0. Look at the RPI, and that determines the playoff seedings as the Moon coming up over Millville. Monk's going to turn and hand it off to Jenkins. He's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
On the tackle for Ridgeline. Jenkins on the carry for the Wolfpack.
We talk about explosives, right? Plays over 20 yards. Green Canyon has had one of those tonight. That was the first play offensively of the game for them, a 20-yard pass completion. And then after that, the longest was 14. Richards chasing Monk. Jones in the vicinity as well. Great grab by Schramm, but he was out of bounds. He climbed the ladder and pulled that down with one hand, but he was out of bounds. And it's 3rd and 10. Start talking about the RPI. 1 through 8 gets a bye in the first round of the playoffs. 8 through 16 get to play at home in that first round. Then those teams with a bye get to host the next round. Monk, plenty of time. Now it breaks down. Gets out of the pocket. Richards chasing. Gets to him before he gets to the marker. A gain of about 8, maybe 7. Perkins comes up along with Richards to knock him down.
Right there with him.
4 carries, 25 yards for Monk, and it's 4th down. Oh of 8 on 3rd downs. There's been no 3rd down conversions, no 4th down conversions for Green Canyon. This is the deepest they've driven the ball here against Ridgeline. 4th and 3, and Green Canyon is going to have to take another timeout. As the clock was running down, 4:27 to play in the 3rd. It's all Ridgeline here in Millville. I've been doing games for a long time, between working for a few years for the Cache Valley Radio Group and the past, 15 years or so here for the Valley Channel. It means I got cans on my head at all times, right? I got these headphones on. That tends to turn everything up. I'm listening, got music going in the background right now. I got fan noise and everything else. And I worry about my hearing the older I get, because I've been doing this for 30 plus years. Well, when I'm really worried, I'm going to go see Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. With years of experience, he helps reconnect patients with the sounds of life. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology and Dr. Paul Daines. On 4th and 3, here's a conversion. Green Canyon needed 3, they got 5.
Edelmeyer with the reception.
And it's Edelmeyer.
Perimsky on the carry.
Perimsky with the carry.
Matt Alice on the tackle for Ridgeline.
Give him a yard.
As well as Crew Jones. Colin Richards also there for Ridgeline.
Ridgeline with that 3-man front now. A nose guard and 2 stand-up ends. Monk being chased by Richards. Gets rid of it. To a crosser. It's Pabst.
Pabst on the reception.
14 yards and a first down.
First down.
Pabst's first catch of the night. Now we watch Ridgeline and see if they stiffen up here and try to preserve the shutout. Pabst and Schramm to the far side. Edelmayer to this near side. And Perimsky and Jenkins in the backfield. Selman has not returned since he limped off with a leg injury. Monk in trouble. Down he goes. There's a sack and a loss of 6.
On the pursuit, on the tackle, Landon Perkins.
First sack of the night for Ridgeline. We talked about turnovers and how few turnovers this defense generates for Ridgeline, and Coach Cox says, yeah, it's something we've been looking at and trying to work on. Pressure getting to Monk. He fakes one way, heads the other. Fancy moves by Monk as he works his way down near the first down marker. On 2nd and 16, he picks up most of it. Third and 1. Livingston was on the field playing defensive back, and he comes off now.
Quarterback sneak. Quarterback keeper.
Monk was looking downfield. No one was home. And the pressure was breaking down the pocket, and he snuck out of there, made a couple of nifty moves. And he makes it 3rd and 1. Heavy backfield. Turn and give it to Perimsky. Perimsky pushes his way forward for 2 yards and a first down. First 3rd down conversion of the evening for Green Canyon. 1 for 10. A moment ago they had one on 4th down, which was their first one of the night. And it's 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 42-0 Ridgeline. Green Canyon not quite knocking on the door, but they're standing on the step. Monk has some running room. Gets down to about the 5-yard line. A gain of 4. Perkins acting almost like a spy, and whenever Monk breaks out of the pocket, Perkins is heading for him. That's it for the 3rd quarter. 42-0, Ridgeline firmly in control. Green Canyon trying to get on the board. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 when we return the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Anderson Seton Gardens proud to support high school sports in Cache Valley. Just like your favorite teams, they're rooted in tradition and growing strong. Anderson Seed and Garden. Well, it was a huge first half for Ridgeline. They went into the locker room 42-0. It's 42-0 as we go to the fourth quarter. Daly, 383 yards passing, so only 3 yards passing in the third for Daly. But really, Ridgeline's kind of dialed it back a little bit here, and it's a running clock, so that's limited possessions for everybody. Ridgeline will host Bear River. If they finish in the top 8 and they're currently number 1 in the RPI, then they'll host, or they will have a first round playoff bye before hosting in the second round. And they would host all the way through until the semis and the finals if they make it that far, as many people would expect. Green Canyon's number 11. They'd be playing in the first round, as would Mountain Crest. As we say that now, but there's still games to be played, and so things could change. Mountain Crest and Green Canyon, though, likely to have home games that first week. Skyview would have a bye right now that first week too. Monk's in trouble. Gets rid of it as Richards puts him on the turf. 3rd and goal from the 5. .133 yards of offense for Green Canyon. They had 89 at the half. So it's 44 yards of offense in the third quarter for Green Canyon. Flags come out, plays blown dead. Too much time. Green Canyon's 4th penalty of the evening. 1 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter, none in the third. They're first of the second half. Ridgeline has not been penalized since the first quarter. They have 2. I'm going to say this. I say it every game, and then it comes back to bite us, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't ever learn my lesson. Not many flags here in this game tonight. That's really kept things going. Every time I say that, it turns into a yellow ticker tape parade. Here comes everybody. Monk gets rid of it as he's hit. Ball knocked away by number 4, Jeff Woodland, and it's 4th down. Ridgeline sent the house, the dog house, the she shed, the he shed, and the neighbor's car. Monk just had to get rid of it, and he still just about put it in there. 4th and goal from the 11. They hit him again. He's got a man in the end zone. Ball's up, ball's down, touchdown.
Reception,
That's Paps, the 11-yard score. That's twice Monk stood in there against heavy pressure. And the last time he wasn't able to fit it in the window. That time he did. And Ridgeline was coming after him. Holtz on for the PAT. The holder, Monk, he had to hurry out there. High snap, Monk gets it down, Holt puts it through. 42-7 with 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Ridgeline over Green Canyon on the game of the week. You ever got that, don't they have a soup and sandwich combo down at the old grist mill? You ever got that soup and sandwich combo? at the old grist mill. Well, if you haven't, do yourself a favor and stop in there and get one. I think they're closed now, but stop in tomorrow or the next day. Just stop in. It's made fresh daily. It's a tasty way to warm up this season. And we're getting into soup season. Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. See if Green Canyon kicks it away or onsides it. They kick it away. That's Livingston at the 1 yard line, looking for a seam. Livingston spins out to the 29. And the Ridgeline offense back on the field. And the starters stay out there. It was an interesting conversation. I love talking to these coaches, right? Before the week before a game, I always call and talk to the home coach. And sometimes I'll talk to both of them, but usually we make sure I'll always talk to the home coach. It's just kind of what we do. And talking philosophies, talking ball a little bit with them. I've had some of them, that past coaches, where they've let me come hang out with them and they've drawn things up on the board. It's always great. There have been a lot of good coaches to come through Cache Valley, and we've got a lot of good ones out here right now as West picks up 3.
Gain of a couple.
But I was asking Travis Cox about, that bye. Is that a big deal? Is that first round bye a big deal, or would you rather keep playing when you got things rolling? And he kind of hesitated a little, as he thought about that answer there. And I think, I feel like he would maybe like to keep things rolling, but he also said it's good to get some guys a little rest. And Daly looking for Livingston. Livingston's got a first down and more as he's on his feet and into
Livingston with the reception. Yards after the catch. Pass by Nate Daly.
20 yards. He's into Green Canyon territory.
First down, Ridgeline.
403 yards now for Daly. And 190 yards receiving for Livingston. But back to what Coach Travis Cox was telling me, it's fall break. That's why it's a Wednesday night game this week. And he said he felt like it came at a good time because these kids have been grinding all summer. And he said, I want them to just get away from football for 3 or 4 days and come back refreshed. And catch made by Cook, gets out of some tackles and picks up 12.
Yards after the catch. First down, Ridgeline. Chains moves.
Daly's up to 415.
Bowman Briggs on the stop for the Wolves.
And the clock continues to roll. 7:40 to play in this ball game. 42-7 Ridgeline. Daly and the starters still in there. Fia is the only starter that really hasn't played the second half. Setting up the screen to Livingston. It's off of his hands, and he is not happy because he had blocking.
That'll bring up second down and 10.
I've heard some people with a knock on Livingston, they wonder about his speed. Listen, if anybody says like that about Graham Livingston, it's clear they've never watched him. That kid is fast. He can run away from people. That last drop notwithstanding, he has great hands. He's a great route runner. He's just impressive all around. Cook's open underneath, but Daly wants to go for more. Lishman in the end zone. Flag is out as he was tackled before the ball got there. That's all the defender could do, as Lishman was out in front, and so the defender just lunged at him and took him down before the ball got there. It's going to be a pass interference call against Green Canyon. He had Cook underneath if he wanted him to Daly, but he wanted it all. He was going up top for Lishman, who had a step. Owen Lishman, the junior. He's split out as a wide receiver, but they'll use him as like a tight end type. Daly looking over top again to Knighton this time. Some contact, but no flag.
Bowman on the coverage, intended for Hunter Knighton.
And if Dally would have completed that pass, we would have had to turn the machine off and wait 30 seconds and turn it back on because clearly the game is glitching. I mean, it was a video game in the first half for the Ridgeline offense. Dally in trouble, gets rid of it. It's Livingston underneath. Walloped at the 2-yard line, but it's first and goal after a 19-yard gain.
Ridgeline.
And with that, Livingston goes over 200 yards receiving.
For the Wolves.
12 for 209 and 3 touchdowns for Livingston. That means Livingston is over 1,000 yards receiving for the season. And there's still one more game in the playoffs to come. Dally looking for touchdown number 6. Back of the end zone to Lishman. Double Deuce hauls it in for 6.
Touchdown, Owen Lishman. Pass thrown by Nate Dally.
Only his second catch of the night. 2 for 21 and a touchdown for Lishman. 7 touchdown passes for Dally. Did I say 6 earlier? I meant 7. 438 yards.
Ball up and good.
PAT's good. 49-7. 4:55 to play in this one. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Nobody else playing tonight as fall break starts tomorrow for the Cache Valley schools. Bear River hosts Deseret Peak tomorrow. Stansbury's at Skyview. Tooele's at Mountain Crest. Grantsville is at Logan. All those games tomorrow night. So a full slate, but only these 2 teams decided to play tonight. Pabst returns it up near the 25 before he spins out of bounds, and a little bit of extracurricular going on out about the 40-yard line, and the official steps in and says, "Come on now, boys." Threatens to take away both their phones, and they immediately break it up. Whole second half has been a running clock because it was 42-0 at the half. 35-point lead for one team means a running clock in the second half. Green Canyon scored on their last possession. See if they can put together back-to-back scoring drives. The starters are still in there for both of these teams. 2 Ridgeline defenders going for that ball, and they knocked both each other off of it, and it ends up being a 10-yard reception
for the Wolves.
for Peremski.
The Clark brothers, Jefferson Woodland.
13 of 22 for 101 yards and a touchdown for Monk. No turnovers in this ball game. Monk's up to 10 passing touchdowns on the season, and he's caught and sacked. Second sack of the evening for Ridgeline.
Perkins on the tackle for Ridgeline.
Perkins
Monk on the quarterback keeper
with the stop, as we're under 3 minutes to play now.
At about 11.
Loss of a yard. Schramm is your receiver to the outside on this triple side here. Keep your eye on number 8. Monk's rolling toward him, and he looks for him but leaves it short. Monk didn't look like that came out of his hand a little weird. Didn't look like he had a very good grip on it.
Carry on coverage. Incomplete pass.
Now it's 3rd and 11.
Intended for Schramm for the Wolves. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Mentioned next week we are at Green Canyon, Mountain Crest at Green Canyon. And then keep your eye on our Facebook page and our X account to see where we'll be for the playoffs. Monk leaves the pocket. He's got plenty of room, picks up a first down, and then slides down after picking up 13.
On the run. That'll move.
9 carries, 45 yards for Monk.
We want to thank our wonderful pep band for being here tonight. Pep band, thank you. And the cheer squad, cheerleaders, thank you. And for the Ariettes,
Monk stands in there, uncorks one, falls right into the hands of his receiver, Edelmeyer. 52 yards and a touchdown.
For the catch, for the touchdown. Pass by Monk. Touchdown, Green Canyon.
Edelmeyer now 5 for 87 and a touchdown. Monk 153 yards and 2 touchdowns on the evening. 15 of 25. Holtcliffe boots it through. He's up to 49 points on the season as a kicker. Ridgeline has 49 points. Green Canyon now has 14. 1:02 to play in the ball game on the Game of the Week.
We invite everybody to stick around after the game.
Green Canyon getting set to kick it off after the 52-yard touchdown pass from Monk to Edelmeyer. 219 total yards for Green Canyon in this one. That was the biggest play of the night by a long shot. 153 yards and 2 touchdowns on 15 of 25 passing for Monk, and they kick it away. Livingston tries to grab it before it goes to the end zone and can't quite get it down. Ridgeline 438 through the air. .72 on the ground, 510 yards of total offense. They had 446 at the half. This is only their 3rd possession of the second half. Now Fia is out there. It's all starters. And they'll have to snap at once. I think they'll take a knee. Speaking of Ridgeline, they got the "We're number one" chant going on down below us in the student section, and they are correct. And they won't have to snap it again. Ridgeline 49-14 over Green Canyon as they move to 9-0, 6-0 in Region 11 play. One more region game left for each of these teams. Ridgeline will host Bear River next week. Green Canyon will host Mountain Crest. We'll be there for that Green Canyon Mountain Crest game next week. That should be a good one. We hope you enjoyed it tonight on the Game of the Week. Be there again with us next week. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.